Hey everyone, it's Josh with 4Running Around, and tonight I'm going to be camping up in the High Peaks region of New York. As you can see, I started my day by hanging out with my dog Coco. She recently had leg surgery on her back left leg and is still recovering and has to be pretty quiet during this time. After that, I ran 4 miles on the treadmill because I'm trying to get back into longer distance running. I then had lunch and I went to the gym, did a couple different workouts. I got gas on my way home and then started getting my stuff together for camping later. Before I left, I decided to go on a little walk with my mom, and then it was headed off to camping. I wanted to continue on the beer delivery tradition, so I'm heading to my friend Jeremy's house, and I've got a 12-pack of IPA. I just got off exit 30, and it was raining for most of the drive up here, but now it's snowing, and I'll see you at the campsite. It's 32 degrees out, so it's really not too cold. It's not uncomfortable or anything, but look at this. I put the camera on 1x. There's the car. When it's on 1x, zoomed in a little bit better, it seems to pick up low light. And I'm gonna walk in. I'm gonna have to snowshoe to the campsite. So even this would be tough because my boots are pretty tall, but this would possibly be drivable, but we just can't get in here because of the big snowbank. It's off to investigate the next spot, which is going to be the free campsites near Chapel Pond. The entrance to the Chapel Pond campsites are going to be on my left on over here in a mile or so. I'm going really slow. I don't want to miss it. It's even on the map, Chapel Pond campsites. Let's see. What do we have here? Oh, someone's down there. Someone drove in. It looks like a Subaru Forester with a roof tent drove in. And I don't know if they're stuck. I'm probably going to go up here, turn around and try to come back in, but I don't want to block them in if they're trying to leave. I'm down at this next turnout, and I'm gonna go back and see if I can also camp there. Here we are. I just turned 4-wheel drive on before I turn in. This is gonna be tough. So they didn't film me talking to them at all, but they are cool with me trying to stay here, and I'm gonna help them shovel out the road a little bit. There's definitely a lot of snow. Rocket
yeah, let me go back a little.
Yeah, let me just step inside a little bit. We're trying to get the car out by just going back and forth, forward and backward, but now the Subaru is high-centered. So we're going to try to use these traction boards. Looks like their friend is here in a Jeep. I kind of feel like we should put the boards back here. It's almost grabbing, but we may need to put them on opposite tires.
We could even camp at the road if we had to, but like...
As long as it doesn't high center again, I think you'll be good.
Yeah. Good. I think just get...
There it is, the yellow disc.
And then, Josh, if you're cool with it, like, would you want to back in?
I'm heading back to the car to get a different hat. It's getting really hot with all the shoveling, but we're making progress. There's a snow plow going by again. Hopefully we're not too plowed in again. Oh, wait, now you're sliding. Yeah, that's helping.
Do I have it? Yeah.
Yeah, almost. Cool, I guess that wasn't too bad. It's good so far.
Nice.
Well, now he can't get in his car, but you're parked. I've probably been here for like an hour and a half now. So this little trail that we just packed down brings you down to Chapel Pond. And I pulled in too far and got the 4Runner stuck, so we just backed it up and put the tracks underneath. I've got my drinks for the night, chilling in the snow. That's gonna be my lunch for tomorrow. And they are bringing the Jeep down. They're gonna park right here. No one is stuck anymore, and we're setting up our tents.
Okay, yeah, that's fine as long as we have them tomorrow. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it wants to go. We're just dealing with slightly damp wood.
My aunt's the one who taught me about that.
Yeah, that's sick. And I was like, dude, like, you have nothing in common with her. You're not.
Literally so many good ideas as a student body.
They shut down.
We're basically a help desk for the DC employees. I can work remotely 50%, but then half the time I'm in the office.
Yeah. I had interviewed at that building.
Yeah, exactly.
Like some of the opinions she holds, like I don't agree with. Like I don't think any of us here would agree with.
Go 45 down the highway, like.
Gotcha.
And they got lost somewhere. I don't even remember where they were, but they were lost. They didn't pretend to be interested, and then just, you know, because we could get like.
No, I just got lost, man.
I deem this unsafe.
Yeah, I don't think we should go any further then. It's about 1 a.m. I just came up in the tent. Got my bed set up over here. The diesel heater is running in through this side. And I'm gonna hike Hurricane tomorrow unless I decide first thing in the morning that I'm gonna hike with them. And they're trying to do 4 different high peaks, upper and lower Wolf Jaw and Dial and Nipple Top. I'll check in the morning. Have a good night. It's super pretty here, as you can see, and we just figured out that there's still running water over behind the cars. I mean, as long as you don't slide any closer, you'll be good.
Yeah, just need to keep it straight.
I'm in the car changing, but the Outback got stuck, so we're trying to pull it out with the Forester. I got the tent closed up, and we got the first car unstuck. Hopefully he doesn't get stuck in that hole that the last car got stuck in. Yeah, you made it in the hole, but you didn't sink in, so that was good.
I feel like maybe just like.
Perfect,
yep.
Keep moving, keep moving.
I made it back to the main road at this point. Everyone else is left, so I'm the only one here. And now I think I'm gonna go and either check out the town of Keene or go directly to the Hurricane Mountain Trailhead. Now we're coming up on the town of Keene Valley. There's gonna be a Noon Mark Diner up here on the right, as well as this place called Old Mountain Coffee Company on the left, which is like a bakery and coffee shop. On my left right here is this place called Marcy Field, and it's actually a little airstrip. There's a small airplane hangar over there, and in the summer they have farmers markets here on Saturdays. This is the town of Keene. First thing is this maple syrup store right here. Then the next big attraction is the gas station. And behind the gas station there is a East Branch Organics craft beer and garden store. You got a photography place. I know up here there is a nicer restaurant called 46. There's also a couple different antique stores. And there used to be a restaurant up here called the Elm Tree Inn, but it has since closed. I'm actually going to be going to the right because I'm going to be checking out some land that is for sale that is up here on a road off of this. Here it is right here. And there's a little brook, stream, whatever you want to call it, that runs right next to the road. And the land that is for sale, I believe, is like this plot right here. I wanted to come here in person because I wanted to see how close this plot of land was to the stream, and I wanted to figure out what was across the street because there's no street view on Google Maps for this. And obviously you can see someone is building something over here. There used to be a very small cabin supposedly, but apparently not anymore. And this is the plot of land from here right down there until this marker up here. So it is a very narrow but like long piece of land, and supposedly it's only 1.1 acre. And I think you might have problems building on it because it might be in a flood zone, and it might even be considered a wetland area because I see these things growing. You can see there's a for sale sign over there. Everything in this area, or I guess everything right now, is very expensive. And this is a 1.1 acre plot, and they're asking $85,000. And it's not common that there's land for sale near the town of Keene. So you don't really have too many options, or if a house or land does become available, it's usually a house that is very pricey. So this is one of the next houses up on the road, and this one is built pretty close to the creek, so maybe it's possible. Maybe it's not a bad place to build. Not much water in the creek right now, or in the brook. And then the Ausable River is over here. So you can see I just got to Hurricane Mountain and just put my snowshoes, and now I'm at the trail register, and it should be a good hike. It's around 10 a.m. and I think I'll be back to the car around 3. As you can see, it's really pretty out, and this trail is already packed down. I think there's 8 cars in the lot. I don't think I'm going to film that much on the way up to save time. I've actually made a video of us hiking this mountain before. We came here last May, went on a 3-night camping trip. So I'll put the link to that video in the description, but I'll check in with you at the summit. Looks like we're going to have a good view from up here. Oh wow. This is great. I'm feeling kind of tired and I have a slight headache. We went to bed at 1 a.m. last night, and then they had an alarm for 5 a.m. Even though we didn't end up leaving the campsite till around 8:30 because a couple cars had trouble getting out. We're at this open area, and in the summer, this is actually like watery marsh area, and I'm actually walking on like a wooden plank, but you really can't see it at all. I guess you kind of can right there. There's a support. It really hasn't been that steep of a hike yet. I think I'm about halfway. I feel like I'm going slower than normal, but it's still a good hike, and I'm sure I'll get to the top pretty soon. So I've made it to the top. We're on the final stretch, and there's absolutely no view. If it was a clear day, you'd be able to see the tower right over here. But the trail goes up and curves around. I'm basically on the exposed almost summit now, and it's getting pretty white. Like, I still can't see the tower. The trail is easy to follow though. On a good day, you should be able to see the tower, but not today. You can finally see it. I made it. I didn't check the timer yet, but I bet it took me around 2 hours. I'm actually very surprised by the lack of wind up here. I thought it was going to be really bad. I know on Cascade Mountain, it's always very windy. I want to show you how pretty the views are from the summit on a clear day. So here's some clips from when Kate and I did the same hike together this past May when we were up in the area to do a 3-night camping trip. You can see for miles and can see a lot of the high peaks, especially from the cap of the fire tower, which is usually kept open year-round. Now the wind has picked up. I hung out at the tower for a little bit, but I didn't stay long. I've been up here 3 other times, and this is the first time where I've had a complete fog view. It's still very pretty. Everything's super white, and now I'm going down to this area that's covered and out of the wind to have lunch. Just past where I was planning on stopping and eating my lunch, but I'm gonna keep going because I'm going quicker, and it's keeping me warm. I just helped a lady fix her snowshoe. She had the same MSR ones as I do, and like the back heel strap broke on one of them, and she had this thing or a cord wrapped around it, and she couldn't pull it tight enough, so I was able to do that for her. I just got back to the car. It's right about 2:30, and overall it took me 4 hours and 15 minutes to do the hike. As always, thanks for watching.